Hi, I'm Yuji. I'm from Utsunomiya of Japan. Utsunomiya is the world capital of gyoza. There are lots of gyoza restaurants in Utsunomiya. I don't even know how many gyoza restaurants we have over there. I just grew up with it. I thought it was normal. I'm so excited to share the gyoza that I grew up with. So idea of Japanese style dumpling is you have more vegetables as part of the filling rather than lots of meat, which actually makes Japanese gyoza a little bit more unique compared to other dumplings. A lot of Japanese food are influenced by Chinese culture. Gyoza are from China, and then I think Japanese chef turn it around a little bit more catered to Japanese customers. So the first thing I'm going to do is to cut napa cabbage. I'm going to add salt to the napa cabbage that I cut. So what it does is you will take all the excess water out from the napa cabbage. Let it sit for like 5-10 minutes. So this is just normal like tiger shrimp. Peel the shell out of it, and then you're gonna devein it. Yeah, if you see black vein, you just use one of those like toothpick and then you take it out. So now shrimps are all clean. I just need to chop it up. It's gonna get messy, yeah. So it's a ground pork. I'm gonna mix it with the shrimp right now. You don't usually combine fish and then meat as a one thing in other types of Japanese cuisine. So I think it's trying to make a very like nice complex flavor by mixing all different ingredients. This is called nira. In English, it's called Chinese chive. Without the nira, it won't be gyoza. Okay. And I'm gonna add it to here. So I'm gonna move on to scallion. Textures are very similar, but scallions won't have as much strong aroma compared to nira. It's important to have a sharp knife when you do McGinity. Otherwise, the vegetable gets just smashed, and you're gonna have too much water. Now the cabbage has been rested long enough, so I can squeeze the water out of it. Because you don't want to have too much moisture in the filling, because if you make dumpling with more moisture, that's gonna make the wrapper kind of like soggy. Perfect balance of everything overall, it's good. So this is dry shiitake mushroom. I'm gonna just grate dry and then make it into powder and then mix the whole thing. The liquid in the vegetables and meat will rehydrate this dry mushroom and it will add extra umami. It actually works kind of like as like a natural MSG powder. Great, so that's good. Nice. The tool that I use to make the mushroom powder, it's called oroshigane in Japanese. It has very sharp teeth. It goes in opposite directions, so it makes the grating super fine. When you use this one, you want to go around it so that all the fiber will be broken up very finely. Garlic. And then that's gonna do the same thing. Nice. Smells amazing. The ginger, garlic, nira. By just looking at it, this is a good balance between vegetables and then the meat. So to me, this is looking like a perfect filling representing Utsunomiya, 100%. And I don't want to keep squeezing too much. If you blend it too much, I don't think it's gonna be fluffy, because you kind of want to have a little bit of air so that when you eat it, it's so fluffy that you can like lots of gyoza. Gyoza restaurant, usually they make their own wrapper, but at home you can just use a store-bought wrappers. So gyoza wrapper doesn't have front or back, so you can just do any side. It's very important that you start little, and then if you feel like you need more, you can add more. If you overstuff it, the gyoza will open up while it's cooking, so you don't want that. What I'm looking for is the shape. So it has to have uniformed shape, so it's easier when you close it. So make sure you don't put too much of it, so it's gonna get only harder to close. And then you have plain water. The water will close the wrapper well, because the wrapper will stick to each other. And I start usually from the top to close. And then as I go down, I try to squeeze the airs out of the wrapper, so you don't see any like air bubbles. And then you want to have the same space all around it. So if you see too much filling, you try to push it back. Like I'm trying to like measure with my thumb. So all around it. After that, I usually do 1, 2, 3 or 4 times. Yes. There are 3 different types of having Utsunomiya style gyoza. One is steamed, the other one is fried. And then the most common one is gonna be this one. It's called the yaki gyoza. Yaki gyoza means pan-fried gyoza. The first step is you're gonna heat up the pan, and once it's hot, I'm gonna put the sesame oil and then put 5 gyoza. And then after it's cooked and then the bottom is crispy, I'm gonna add water and then close the lid and then kind of steam the inside. After it's completely reduced, I'm gonna open it and I'm gonna add a little bit more sesame oil to make the bottom more crispy. When the gyoza is fully cooked, you can see that the wrapper becomes more translucent. This happened because there's a remaining starch from the water, but that will make this extra crispy, so I wanna always be careful when I do this. Nice. These look perfect. The bottom is crispy, filling is all cooked. So the dipping sauce is gonna be a combination of 3 ingredients: soy sauce, rice vinegar, and then a rayu, which is a spicy sesame oil. So you kind of make your own dipping sauce. So this is the kind of crust that you're looking for. The bottom should be super crunchy. The wrapper will be super soft, translucent. And to me, this is a great example of what the yaki gyoza should be like. So the next gyoza I'm going to make is called sui gyoza. Sui gyoza literally means water dumpling. Sui gyoza is a popular way of eating gyoza at gyoza restaurants. It's very unique to Utsunomiya. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to steam gyoza in a bamboo steamer, and then I have just a regular saute pan with the water. So I'm just waiting until the water will be like a boiling temperature. And then meanwhile, I'm lining another cabbage in this bamboo steamer so that the dumpling won't stick. Okay, and I'll just close it and then just wait until they are fully steamed. So this will take about 5 minutes or so. All right, so nice, very good. I'm gonna pour hot water into here, and I'm gonna add dumplings. I'm adding some blanched bok choy. I'm going to add sauce. This is called taberu rayu in Japanese, which is literally translates as an edible rayu. Rayu is made from chili with a sesame oil. Next gyoza I'm going to make is called age gyoza. Age gyoza means fried dumpling. Fried dumpling is, I think, more unique to a restaurant style. The temperature I'm looking for is right around 350. It's important to have a thermometer to check the temperature, but also whenever I fry stuff, I always use little scraps of the gyoza wrapper to test the temperature of the oil. When temperature is high enough, whatever I put inside will float to the surface, and also you start seeing these bubbles. Yeah, this looks good, so I'm gonna start putting the gyoza. The method is very simple. All you have to do is put 1 gyoza at a time, make it nice and crispy. As it starts cooking, the gyoza will float to the surface. I'm gonna just add a little bit of the sesame oil to add extra flavor. This is actually looking very good, nice and golden brown. No gyoza got exploded, that's good. I sealed the gyoza well. Secret ingredient is Kewpie mayo. This is not how you get it at the gyoza restaurant. They don't give you ketchup and mayonnaise. This is my kind of favorite style of eating age gyoza, but traditionally served with vinegar, soy sauce, and then the rayu. All 3 kinds of gyoza from Utsunomiya are done. Now it's time to taste. The way you're gonna eat sui gyoza is you're gonna have gyoza put on this ladle, and then a little bit of soup. Just like home. The flavor is a really good combination. Ryu has a really nice crunch and a flavor. Everything's soft in sui gyoza, but this crunch really helps to have a different texture. Age gyoza, I like to eat with the fingers. Oh, nice. Wow, that's good. Then I'm gonna go to the most traditional style, which is a yaki gyoza. Very good, yeah. Having these three varieties on one table is really Utsunomiya gyoza dining experience. I don't usually have this much time to make these three things, so I really feel like I'm back home. I hope you get to make this at home with your family and then fill up your freezer with the gyoza.